The Macho Mandalorian is here! Oh, yeah!
Hey guys, Django Fett here, hunting down games, comics, TV shows, movies, and more. And to get ready for Star Trek Beyond, I need to review the first two movies. And you're probably wondering, why the hell are you down here, Django? Well, I'm sitting down here on the floor, showing you guys my figures, so you better appreciate that shit. Just kidding, I just feel like changing it up from time to time, so sometimes you'll see me sit, stand, wherever, so you'll see me flip-flop and change it around, so yeah, there's that. And plus, I wanted to just elaborate the action figures and the pop. So instead of doing two separate video reviews, I'm just going to do one video talking about both films. So let's talk about the first Star Trek film, termed Star Trek, which came out in 2009 and directed by J.J. Abrams. Let me first start off by saying I was never a Trekkie fan or Star Trek fan in any fashion before I watched this film. I always thought Star Trek was a second-rate version of Star Wars, but boy was I wrong. Completely ignorant of that fact. This 2009 film made me respect and become a fan of the Star Trek universe. It's not like Star Wars. It's something completely different. And to compare the two is not doing it justice. It really isn't. One is about the grand galaxy, which is Star Wars, and the other is focused on a group of people on voyages and exploring the galaxy. So it's completely different in that sense. Completely different. One is more grounded, the other is completely different. I'm not saying Star Trek is better than Star Wars in any way, but it's hard to compare the two when they're both completely different, even though they're in the science fiction genre. Now, this 2009 film explores the origins of the crew of the Enterprise, the Starship crew, with Captain Kirk, played by Chris Pine, and Zachary Quinto, who's in Heroes, plays as Spock. The crew of the Enterprise feels great and has standouts like the guy from Harold and Kumar. You remember him, right? And the rest of the crew are great. Ahura, Anton Yelnats, who recently passed away, unfortunately. But I hope they really do him justice in the third film, because he was pretty good in the first and second film. And just rest in peace, dude. The best wishes to you and your family. I feel like they did all the characters really justice. They really did all the characters with justice and really took everything from the originals and just made it into this new age form. And it really works so well. Though the villain, Nero, is pretty crappy, the rest of the crew is great. I feel like this is not just a Captain Kirk and Spock film. This is a really true team film. A true team film, and that's why it really works so well. A lot of people have praised it a lot. It's not just Kirk and Spock. It's everyone else as well. They all contribute in their own ways. And the story is great, and the cinematography is spectacular in this film. If you get it on Blu-ray, you're getting your money's worth. It is spectacular to see on Blu-ray. You gotta get it on Blu-ray. Just brilliantly shot, and you just won't take your eyes off the screen while watching this film at any point. But Django, what about the shut your damn mouth? I know about the lens flares. I know all too well about the lens flare. Now, do they blind you and ruin the film in any fashion? No, they do not. They help add an extra coat of paint to the visual ride. And it works so fucking well, okay? It works so freaking well, man. J.J. Abrams needs to be praised for resurrecting the Star Trek license, because it would have been dead in the water if he hadn't taken a part of it. Because before that time, it had been a long time before anything in Star Trek was relevant. It wasn't even comparable to Star Wars, not anymore. Back in the 80s, yeah, it was. 80s and 90s. But after this film came out, boy, did it bring in a lot of fans, including myself. And it also had the original Spock, played by Leonard Nimoy, into this film as well. It's a great cameo, and he had a really good amount of time in the film. They really did a great job honoring his character. Rest in peace, Leonard Nimoy. Live long and prosper. I can't do it, but you guys know what I mean. So without a doubt, Star Trek gets a Now let's talk about Star Trek Into Darkness. This film came out in 2013 and was once again directed by J.J. Abrams, featuring the crew you love from the first movie, as well as one new addition, and god damn, as well as a new villain in Khan, played by Benedict Cumberbatch. Now this movie isn't like the first film, and becomes more of this Kirk and Spock film, and instead of being team-centric. And that's where it hurt the film a lot. Plus the huge amount of plot holes, a lot of silly, nonsensical moments piss off the fan base. And yeah, I watched it a third time around recently. Yeah, I did notice the issues, man. I really did. Now, did I hate this film? No, absolutely not. I really enjoyed this film. I could not hate it for the life of me. But I did notice the issues. I get where people are coming from. This film is still visually impressive. The cinematography is fantastic in this film. I was also annoyed with Spock and Kirk's character in this film. It really annoyed me in this film, especially in the beginning. Both had completely stupid thinking and reasoning behind their actions. And for some reason, the future Spock, played by Leonard Nimoy again, appears, but he's in the film for like 1 minute. And then he disappears. But this movie does fix the villain aspect of the film, which the first film lacked. The second film fixed with Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan. He is cold, calculating, just imposing and playing powerful. And this is how you do a villain, guys. This is how you do a villain in the movie industry. Fans are still pissed off he's not Indian and some stupid bullshit, but fuck him, okay? How many other times has this happened in Hollywood where they have non-white actors played by white guys? It happens all the time. I'm used to it now. Believe me, I don't like it either, but I've gotten used to it. It's whatever to me. And Benedict Cumberbatch, I respect with a passion, and he did a great job as Khan, okay? If you overlook that completely, then I don't know what to tell you, man. So for me, Star Trek Into Darkness gets a... Not as brilliant as the first film, but still a very good Star Trek film. I am getting tired of the films becoming just too overly dark and serious all the time. I do wish they put more humor and fun into the film, but that's just me. So that's Star Trek and Star Trek Into Darkness. If you haven't watched these films, what the hell is wrong with you? Go watch these films right now. Go buy them on Blu-ray. They're absolutely worth it. And Star Trek Beyond is a couple days away, and I will give you guys a review, definitely. I cannot wait for that film. It does look like it's more like Star Trek 1 with taking things from Star Trek 2 with the villain aspect and having Idris Elba as the badass villain. Oh, I'm a big fan of Idris Elba. But directed by Justin Lin, who directed the Fast and Furious series. Let's hope JJ gives him a big hand and Lin is like, thanks for giving me a hand, bro. Most of you guys are probably not going to get that reference, but just ignore that, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys could please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you, my fellow Mandoite, my Mandalorian brothers and sisters, next time. Oh, yeah!